Welcome to the Local Marketing Source Weekly Update, brought to you by localmarketingsource.com.
This week's Local Marketing Update is brought to you by Scott Gallagher. Scott is the co-founder of Local Marketing Source and has become the recognized expert in providing online marketing services to local businesses. Follow Scott on Twitter at ScottGallagher5 and on Facebook.com/Scott P. Gallagher.
Hey, well, good afternoon, everyone. Scott Gallagher here with Local Marketing Source, bringing your weekly local marketing industry update. Now, next week's LMS member call is going to be Wednesday, March 18th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as our podcast on iTunes. Now, there really wasn't a lot that's gone on in local business this week, so in light of all that, you guys have known that one way or another, we've always found different content to be able to talk about and encourage some engagement. But before we get into that, I want to share a couple of housekeeping items. Over at Local Marketing Source, we are very busy getting together and launching some new solutions. So we've got for our public audience, we've got a massive, big joint venture public webinar coming up very, very soon. We're going to be announcing that. That is going to be a discussion on, the 3 pillars and some exact strategy. We're also giving away a checklist. In addition to that, for members, we've got different levels. As you know, we've got our current membership level that we sell for $100 a month. And some people have been asking to come out in Chicago and visit me or have me come out and visit them. And so we're looking at a live event this year in 2015. Not sure where it's going to be, but very, very exciting time that's going on in Local Marketing Source. We've got another product that's coming out that, you can bring me out for 4 days over to your office and we'll sit down and go through a whole variety of different things, as well as Ryan Smith is very, very highly qualified individual. But nonetheless, you're not here to talk about us promoting ourselves. We all make money in different ways. And it's one thing I really like about Local Marketing Source. It is my business, my second business. But I'm very passionate about it. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy doing the different work that's involved in creating the content and learning what works and what doesn't work, and then sharing that information that's out there. One little other housekeeping item, if there's any problems with the audio that's going on, please let me know. I'm working with some new equipment today, and I just want to, hopefully the quality of the audio of these podcasts is going to increase and be a lot better. I invested in a new wireless lavalier microphone, and sure enough, going through my office 3 or 4 days after I bought it, I went and found the equipment that I needed that I thought had been missing. But story of my life. All right, so this week, I just want to give a little bit of update of a business scam that's going on. Just let your customers be aware of it. That, in the past, Google never calls customers, and in the last year or so, they have beginning to call customers. But there is a Google scam. It's kind of like boiler room style that's going on. Somebody calls the business and says, typically leaves a recording. They call after hours and says something along the lines of, this is so-and-so from Google Maps, and we're required to inform you as the business owner. We need to confirm some information on Google+. If we don't hear from you, your listing is going to be removed off of Google in the next 30 days. So if you come across any of that, that's not going to happen. Google's not going to do that. They're asking these users to call a number, 949-478-6815, to speak to a tech support person. I think what I'm going to do is get in alignment with some of these YouTubers that exist that are out there and call this line, see what kind of fools and scammers are on the other end of it. But just letting you know, Google, as we know, has only called from one phone number, and it's a 650 area code, 253-000. 4 zeros. So just to give you an update on that. let's see who we've got on the line today. Oh, we got some more people coming in as well. I know there was a couple of students that were asking and had some questions that they wanted to raise during this call. I know that we've got some new students this week as well. All right. I usually like to fill 20 minutes of discussion for these calls before we get into any questions and answers. And again, you know, at times I just don't want to go off on discussions that are going on. But these are the two topics that I wanted to cover. And as I'd mentioned, there was nothing that was updated. So on that note, I'm actually just going to move right forward, right into questions and answers right now. I can still see we've got some students that are coming on the line. And hopefully, but I can see that Carlton's got his hands up, and I am just going to go ahead and unmute you, Carlton, and Carlton. Never realized there was probably different pronunciations for that name. Dan, I got you second here, and let's see if there's any questions that are typed into the box. Nick Dale, what did I say? Bad line. Ryle, thanks. I'm glad the audio sounds good. I don't know. Bad feedback on the line. I cannot hear audio. Completely lost my audio. Lost 10 minutes of call due to static. Well, that sucks. Audio is bad, but good now. Ralph rebooted it. We can hear you now, Scott. All right, I wonder what's going to happen on the recording. I wonder if it was my internet connection. Oh my gosh, you know what it was? I was uploading stuff, and I know better than that. I'm uploading to Udemy. And I know better not to use all my bandwidth. That's probably what it was. All right, Carlton, looks like your hand was up because of the audio. So I'm going to go to Dan. I'm going to put your hand down, and if you have any questions, then just put your hand back up. But Daniel, I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, and you should be there. Are you there?
All right.
Hey, how are you?
I'm here. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about
It's been a long
yourself?
time.
Yeah.
Good. So I've got this problem. I have this client that we've got 3 Google Places pages now, and one that we created and we update, and then one that just came out of nowhere, and the other one I'm not sure where it came from either. But the second one is actually, it says it's owner verified. And the first thing that was on it was a bad review, and he's very review sensitive. We've already had this discussion on another review that he had, and so without consulting me, the first step he does when he finds this thing and he finds that the only things on it's a bad review is he goes to the people that had reviews on his original Places page and asks them to copy and paste the review in so he can start pushing it down. So then I finally find out what's going on. I tell him to stop doing that, but I don't really have an answer as far as what to do about these other pages.
Well, you have to get rid of them. You only have one. You can only have one.
I don't know how to get rid of them. I guess that's my question.
Okay. I don't know offhand the link, but there's a duplicate listing removal tool by contacting Google, and they will look at it. There is also the ability to call Google and speak to somebody in the Google My Business division. That is your best bet. And
Okay.
that individual will help you remove the duplicate listings. If you've already got another claimed listing, we're actually dealing with this situation today with a client. And if you can't get access to that claimed listing, then ultimately you're going to have to take it over by re-verifying it and getting it removed.
How and so if you re-verify it, because obviously it's logged in through somebody's account. So if we re-verify it, we can actually take
Yeah,
possession.
well, you're going to reclaim it and claim it into a new Google account, and then they'll mail something to the address with the PIN number. They'll put the PIN number in, and then it will be verified to the second account now, and then you'd have the original one removed.
Okay, so I'll look for these listing tools.
Yeah, hang on a second. Ian, do you have that phone number to Google? We're going to get it posted on the Facebook group for you, okay?
Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah, it's around somewhere. All right, Daniel, thanks.
Thank you.
That's probably one of the most common issues, guys, that you're going to deal with. Okay. Is it a link that's specific to every account, or is it just a generic link? Can you do me a favor and just record a 1-minute Jing video, and we'll post that to the group, and at least it will show them. Thanks, Ian. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. See if there's any more questions here. Yeah, Nick says, you really should keep the question box open when you're on monologue. Yeah, if there's any problems, you're right, I should. Start again. Maybe I should just start again. Well, we were talking about, first off, the very first thing that I was just talking about was small business alert. There are scams going on. There's a business or people or individuals are calling local businesses, and they are leaving messages, and they are saying, it's an important message for the business owner. Due to recent changes in Google Maps, we're requiring to inform you that unless the business owner reviews and confirms the information on your Google Plus business page, you're going to no longer be able to show on Google at the end of the coming month. Call this number. The number is 949-478-6815. It's a scam. They're collecting money. Google doesn't call people that way. Google is only called from one phone number, 650-253-0000. These scam calls are originating from somewhere in Southern California, and they are perpetrating local business owners. So just be aware of that. Okay, that was in regards to all the updates for the week. Now, one thing I did want to talk about, and I was talking about earlier, was just different aspects of planning and execution. And I tend to find this problem quite a bit, and there's not really a lot. I just reviewed three of the main documents that we utilize in our agency to manage our customers, and these documents are all available to you. And I just wanted to review some of that. For example, the inventory of assets file, and this is going to be the most important document for your client at all. Everything. It's everything. It's a snapshot. It's a snapshot of their business cards. It's access to where the digital files are for their vector logo. It is access to all and an inventory of all the web pages on their website. Their business cards, their brochures that they've handed out offline, all their Google exposure, their YouTube channel, all the videos that are on there. This is a snapshot of everything. And then from there, you're able to create your plan and execution. We utilize a 1-year plan. It's a 25-page document, and we just modify it for each customer. It's a template that's also available to you. But it's the quarterly execution plan that details out specifically what and where and when and how. And all of that really is derived by the framework of the inventory of assets. If you don't have a snapshot of where the client exists, then how are you able to come together with a plan? And what I was getting into, when I was in school, I was in university, and we were a part of different business units. In third year, out of a 4-year program, we worked with 5 other students, and these 5 students would go to all classes. We had 5 classes, and these classes were for the whole year. And regardless of the class, it doesn't matter if you're in the operations department or the finance department or human resource department. When a business manager encounters a problem, they go through a particular process. And everything we do in business is solving problems. It's, one, identifying the problem. Do you have a clear understanding of what that problem is? 2, do you have a clear understanding of the goal that you hope to accomplish? It's as simple as that. These are just one-liner bullet points. And then, a business manager is going to look at the problem and the goal, and then recognize the resources that are at their disposal, and then come together with a plan. And that plan is going to have different alternatives. So, in the case of Daniel that was asking about duplicate listings, well, you've got 2 options available to you: to have the listing removed or take it over. And there's pros and cons to each, and you may not have access to one of the accounts, which is going to help your decision. Those are your tools. So it's very, very important when you encounter any particular problem, selling the service of search marketing, for example. The problem is they don't rank. The goal is to get ranked number 1. Well, when we look at that particular issue, of course, the alternatives can be infinitely long. And knowing that search marketing is going to yield you some of the best results, that typically is a good path to go down. But again, if you're not getting a standardized framework or snapshot of what exists and organizing that, it's very difficult to solve that problem, whatever the challenges may be. So I just wanted to emphasize on that. I do see that, and I'm guilty of it myself, that the old expression, failure to plan is planning to fail. Bottom line. So unless the plans are in place, you really don't have anything to fall by, and you're just throwing mud at the wall. How could you possibly achieve success without knowing where you're going? But it looks like I don't have any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and end this call. I'm sorry about the poor audio quality. I'll have it fixed next week. All right, bye. Well, thanks for watching the Local Marketing Industry Update. We've got these things coming out every single week, so if you liked with what you heard, just click the button right above me right here to subscribe to our channel. If you'd like to get a little bit more, right over here, go check out localmarketingsource.com. We've got free reports that you can grab. You can even register for a free marketing course to get in and see the portal. Or just go ahead and follow us on some of the social channels. We'll be around. Until next time.